How to develop an interactive PowerPoint quiz. Hi, my name is Eunice, and thank you for joining me on how to develop an interactive PowerPoint quiz. I would like to share briefly the reasons why I decided to learn how to generate a quiz in PowerPoint. I found in my pursuits of a quiz generating application the following issues. One, flexibility of application. I didn't always like the format. Two, wording concerns. I didn't like the phrase wrong, try again. And three, formats that usually clash with my layouts, such as big, huge green check marks or huge red X's, or animations that were placed throughout the quiz. So if you share these same concerns, perhaps this tutorial on how to develop an interactive PowerPoint quiz is for you. Making a PowerPoint quiz can be easy if you follow the steps involved carefully. If you have at least intermediate knowledge of PowerPoint, that is a huge plus. Even a bigger plus would be knowledge on Visual Basics application, which will provide the coding in order to develop the interactive quiz. Decide upon a template and a quiz format. True and false or multiple choice questions are the most popular formats, as you know. Other question and answer formats are essays and fill-ins. I would suggest to generate at least 4 mock or actual questions and answer segments as practice. This is a sample of a multiple choice setup. Of course, you can establish your own, and it may not even be as sophisticated looking as the software packages for quiz, but at least it's uniform. And that's what I was looking for in a PowerPoint quiz. As I mentioned, we will be using Microsoft Visual Basic Applications, or as I abbreviated it to VBA. For starters, we have to find the developer command in order to implement the coding for macros. If you do not see the developer tab at the top of your window screen, please go to File, select Options, and then click on Customize Ribbon. Scroll down through the list of commands that are available, and you should see Developer. You would add that to the list of already defined commands that you have active, and you press OK. Once you press OK, you should go back to your main Windows display, and you should see Developer at the top of your screen. Here we are at the nuts and bolts of this interactive PowerPoint quiz tutorial. Now we'll enter the phase of Visual Basics application. So now let's begin. VBA video, establishing relationships. Below is a video which will depict a very brief overview of the VBA interface and provide the coding that will establish the relationships between the prompts incorporated within the quiz. Please don't get discouraged if it goes a bit quickly. I just wanted to make sure that I covered all the basics. After implementing the VBA coding first, and then linking your questions and answers by using the action features, test run your quiz for accuracy. VBA can generate question and answer results just like any other external quiz generating application. Establishing correct relationships between the answers and questions is very important. Otherwise, you won't have a proper or correct interactive quiz. Please go to your Insert tab. After selecting the Insert tab, click on the Action Settings option. Scroll down until you see Run Macro. If you click on the drop-down arrow, you should see a series of options that you can choose for the response that you highlighted on your template. For instance, you may see the word wrong, you may see the word correct, you may see the phrase your name, etc. Please click on the appropriate response for that particular prompt and then press OK. This is the series of steps that you should take for each and every action button on your quiz in order to have it engage properly. Let's now check to find out whether or not the quiz is properly structured. Next to the Visual Basic icon, you'll see the macros command. This is important to note. Upon selecting this feature, you will be able to see a list of all the declarations presented on all VA projects For instance, if you have 2 and 3 modules, you may have the same type of responses: correct, wrong, try again. But another module may not have it. It may have just a name. It could have phrases. It could have anything that you would implement. So if you see all of this in this drop-down area, do not become concerned unless, of course, you selected it as an option in your quiz. I highly suggest when you're testing your quiz for accuracy to also select the answers that are incorrect, just to make sure that those are registering correctly as well. As we went over, personalization in a quiz can make the process for a respondent more enjoyable and more interesting. This concludes my presentation on how to develop an interactive PowerPoint quiz. I hope you found this tutorial both interesting and informative.